Hello, welcome to Discourse, and we are live on EKOHOTBLOG Studios, and we are here to give you the latest football news, transfer gist, and football insights. I am your host, John Ude, and with me here today are...
My name is Michael.
Michael, you're welcome to the show. And,
okay. And I'm Babawale Solomon.
You're both welcome to the show. Today we'll be looking at the big stories like Mbappe going to Al Hilal and other trending stories we have today on this course. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Today we'll be starting with major transfer news stories of the week. Mathces to join Dortmund from Bayern Munich. Manchester City, Chelsea interested in signing young talent makai-Symphony. Man United to make bid for Atlanta forward Hojland. Riyad Mahrez to join Al Ahly. Antonio Hallinger to join Nottingham Forest. And the big one, Al Hilal offered £259 million for Kylian Mbappe on a one-year contract, making him the most expensive player in the world, earning about €700 million as salary wages. So, what do you think about the transfer so far? Starting with Mathces joining Dortmund from Bayern Munich. Mr. Michael, what do you have to say about that?
Yes, I think it's a good one for Borussia Dortmund. However, I think there is when it comes to transfer in Bundesliga, I don't know how Bayern Munich and Borussia Dortmund get to communicate on how to make player move from their place to the other. Because if you look at the way they do their transfer in recent years, look at Robert Lewandowski moving from Borussia Dortmund to
Bayern Munich.
You want to understand how the transfer really works, because for other teams in German football to get this player is very difficult. But how did Bayern Munich, do the transfer within 1 or 2 weeks? The transfer is done. Also with Borussia Dortmund, between 1 and 2 weeks, the transfer is done. I think there is a strong communication between these two clubs, and to me, it's really good for me.
Don't you think it's going to affect Bayern in the Bundesliga race, Mr. Solomon? Do you think it will affect Bayern? Him going to Bayern and Dortmund? You know, Mathces is a very good player. So what do you have to say about it?
For Dortmund, I believe they'll just cut their losses because he being at United didn't meet up with the expectations. It would have made Bayern hard to rethink, but with his performance at United during that short spell, he didn't really meet up to those expectations. So I believe Bayern will be willing to let him go to Dortmund. They see him as no threat, I believe. So it's all good for both parties.
Well, I think with the experience and with his experience with German football, moving from RB Leipzig, fantastic season when he was there. Again in Bayern Munich, unfortunately, I think he didn't have the chance to prove himself. But everybody knows when it comes to English football, things are very difficult. You might be the best player in your league, but when it comes to English football, they calm you down. You get? So I think English football don't really give him the opportunity for him to show himself. But coming back to German football, we expect a lot from him because the experience is there. His season doing you can see Leipzig from nowhere. You can find them in the Champions League. I think with all the experience from German football, it's going to deliver very well for Borussia Dortmund.
That's good to hear from both of you. What about the youngster who was supposed to play for Nigeria but is not playing for us currently, makai-Symphony? He is a youngster from Crystal Palace, and Manchester City are actually interested in signing this youngster for a price of £35 million. What do you have to say, Mr. Solomon, on the issue?
I wouldn't advise that Michael goes to Man City. I believe Chelsea would be a suitable club for him.
Right, but don't you think Chelsea have like a competition already? So many wingers being signed by their new owner.
They might probably be having players in those wings, but I believe if given the chance, Michael will definitely prove himself to be someone to look out for and to expect a lot from at Chelsea. I believe he's just going to do well with the way Chelsea have managed African players in the past. I believe he's just going to do well at Chelsea, then at Manchester City. We've had Manchester City had back and forth with some African players, some coming to allegedly accuse Pep of being racist and all that. But for me, I just feel he's going to do well at Chelsea than Manchester City.
Do you agree with that, Mr. Michael? Lisa?
I want to be because Olise, as in coming when you look at the history of Olise, I think it was coming from Southampton first, from Southampton then moved to Crystal Palace. I think what Olise should have done is to move a little bit up, because if fortunately Man City sign Olise, we are sure that Olise will make the first 11, the starting first 11, because we have the likes of Phil Foden, we have the likes of Jack Grealish, also Bernardo Silva. Olise can bench these guys.
That's true.
And when it comes to experience, these guys are very good. But I think, to me, in my own personal opinion, I think Olise should go to maybe a team like Tottenham, from there. Or Everton. I think Everton is a little bit step up.
Do you think you grow joining these teams
because as it is now, Olise needs playing time.
Okay.
He's still young. Olise has a lot of chance to improve, but at this very young and fresh age, you can't go to Man City and start sitting on the bench. It's very dangerous for his career.
Wow, so you agree that he shouldn't go to Manchester City
at all?
So do you think Chelsea would be the best place for him then?
Chelsea, and when Chelsea is still trying to figure out which player is suited for this club, which player. I think Olise going to Chelsea now is more of the same thing, because Pochettino won't allow any let's try and run or any trial in Chelsea at this stage, because I know when he was getting this job, his task is to get Chelsea into the Champions League football or probably win the English Premier League. So when you bring in a player like Olise, I'm not saying Olise is not a good player, but at the stage, with this current change, with this current situation Chelsea is, they need a professional and a player who is at his best right now for them to get to the top 4.
They've already made a bid less than about 39 million pounds. So definitely they are all looking forward to having him in their squad. Definitely. So with the problem Chelsea had last season and even this season now, selling most of their very good players, I believe Olise coming into Chelsea is going to have the opportunity, because at this point in time, everyone is just going to try and impress the coach. So it will afford him the opportunity to also, let the coach know what he can do and how best he can fit into his plan. So definitely, it's a very good ground for Olise.
That is nice to hear from both of you. What do you also think about Riyad Mahrez going to Al Hilal for £35 million? He just left Manchester City after that treble. Man City, he didn't play the final of the FA Cup, he didn't play the final of the Champions League. Do you think that made him leave Pep wonderful team?
You see, I'm going to be a little bit is sentimental kind of, because I actually expected Mahrez to join Manchester United when he had the opportunity. Definitely. But he chose a much more competitive club like Manchester City, and he had reduce play time. At Manchester United, would have made a lot of impact. You know, with so many wrong signings United were making, then would have had his chance. He would have become a very good player for Manchester.
So you were saying he wasn't key for Manchester City throughout this campaign?
Not that he wasn't key. Not that he wasn't key. He had some couple of games where he did show what he's capable and made of. But I think he would have done better with more playing chance. Would have done better at United. So him going to the Saudi Pro League, well, they are trying to build their league, and it's it's wonderful. I wouldn't say he's going for the money, but he is going for to help develop that league. You know, we've seen so many players, you know, going there. So definitely, he going there is also it's a plus if he actually wants to leave Europe for the Saudi Pro League.
So, Mr. Michael, do you think it's a big step up for Mahrez joining the Saudi team? How Hilal?
First and foremost, I want to tackle his statement when he mentioned he's trying to help the Saudi league. You see, no player can Mahrez can help Saudi league.
Why do you say so? Why?
Because when we look at the age now, Mahrez can't play more than 5 seasons. Okay. What if he leaves Saudi Arabia? What will happen to the league? When you are saying, okay, Mahrez is there to help the league, for how long?
Okay.
You get? So let me now go back to the transfer issue. You see, you all know Mahrez is going to Saudi Arabia for money.
So you're saying the transfer is based on money?
It's based on money.
On leveling up? Like
no. If Mahrez is interested in playing football, you know, you can move to Spanish La Liga, you know, move to Bundesliga, move to French League. You know, there's a lot of opportunity for you. Marseille would love to have you.
Okay.
Atletico would love to have Mahrez. Even Barcelona, I know they have a lot of players, but they would love to have Mahrez. So you going to Saudi League, to me, as an African player, you are going there to make money.
Wow. So that's what you think?
That's what I think.
Okay, moving on to the next big story, Kylian Mbappe. There have been so many dramas about the player of recent, and let's get to hear what they have to say. What do you think about him, the current offer from Al Hilal for £300 million?
That's massive, man. That is massive.
300 million euros, so you see it as massive money for a youngster. Don't you think it's worth that price?
If Arsenal could pay over 100 billion for Declan Rice, definitely Mbappe is worth every penny that I spent on him. So, but he going to the Saudi Pro League is what I don't really, I can't really understand. You know, I would have preferred this direct transfer to Real Madrid, or I believe that there are so many clubs that are after his signature. Manchester United are interested. Chelsea, in fact, Tottenham. I'm surprised to see Tottenham in the race to sign him also. So he going to the Saudi Pro. Well, they have someone they are looking up to, and I believe he's actually pulling a lot of European players down there.
So the big man, Cristiano Ronaldo, right?
Yes, definitely. You know, the law is there. Well, I also believe it's probably because PSG, a lot of PSG is also having affiliation with the Saudi Pro League. So definitely, if PSG might not want to see a direct sales to Real Madrid, so, and you know, that merry-go-round. Well, if it favors all parties, there definitely it's all good.
So, Mr. Michael, do you think Kylian Mbappe will agree to go to Saudi Arabia at this point?
The deal is not going to happen.
The money is huge. The offer is
even PSG knows Mbappe wants to play for Real Madrid.
But it's looking impossible at this point because PSG are unwilling to negotiate with Real Madrid.
According to the news I read, PSG said that the negotiation is still open for any club who wants to buy Kylian Mbappe.
Okay.
So Saudi Arabia made an attempt, Madrid made an attempt, Man U made an attempt, Chelsea made an attempt, Arsenal made an attempt. At the end of the day, it is the player
That will decide.
That will decide. But when you look at Mbappe, when you look through his career, starting from Monaco to PSG, all his contributions to World Cup, you should know that the way this guy career is going, we all know Kylian Mbappe wants to win the Ballon d'Or, you know, wants to win the FIFA best, you know, Champions League, and you expect one of his soldiers to move to Saudi Arabia to go and do what?
But don't you think it's good for his career, like at this point, because the money is the one in the lifetime?
Remember that this same offer, the Saudi Arabians gave Saka some months back, but what did the Saka do? Saka rejected because he's still young to go to Saudi Arabia. I'm still going to talk about this Saudi Arabia issue of giving out good wages and all the, I'm still going to talk about that later. But now, Kylian Mbappe full potential is very good. You know how to score. You know all the, you won't expect him to go to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Because when you look at, we are talking about the biggest competition now. Yeah. We have the World Cup. You know, Kylian Mbappe, one of the best players in World Cup last season. Yeah. You know, Champions League also one of the leading goal scorer. And you can't expect at a very young age, okay, for you to move to Saudi Arabia.
In football, you can never say never. That is just one thing about football.
You know, Kylian Mbappe is not an African player.
So because he's not an African, so you are saying African player have mentality.
See, let us say the facts here. We all know African player likes money. The reason why African player are playing football is because of money. That's why you see them move. Look at when China started doing their own spending and all of it. Look at the player. We first have Didier Drogba. After Didier Drogba, we have Papi Cisse, Mbappe, all these guys moving to. It's because of money. But a foreigner knows football is all about making name, winning awards, you know, winning trophies. That's their own mentality. But it's not the same way with Africa. So I think Kylian Mbappe won't go to Saudi Arabia.
So Cristiano Ronaldo moving to Saudi Pro League, do you think it's money as well? Or?
It's money. No. I don't know. We all know. See,
I wouldn't agree with that. I will never agree with that. Don't. What is the money? What money are you talking about? He has this money. Yeah. He has made name for himself. So you wouldn't say.
Let me use the word of Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist, we always request for more. So that's what Ronaldo is doing. He wants more money. You know,
I believe.
He's the most expensive, like richest footballer currently. And
doesn't matter.
Before you mention,
even Dangote is still looking for money.
You see, the issue is, I believe Ronaldo had to just leave Europe due to for Saudi Pro League, due to the negativity the media is, heaping upon him. So definitely, he leaving is not because of money, because his first stint coming back to Manchester United, he did very, very well.
But if you ask Ronaldo last series, will you ever play for Saudi Arabia? I know he won't say yes. Ronaldo won't say yes.
You see, the hate on him was too much. The hate on him was too much. The bias on him was just too much. So, to give him sanity, for him to have his sanity back, he just had to, take a break from the European football and go somewhere where he'll be cherished and is going to have his peace.
Ronaldo coming out and saying MLS is better than Saudi Arabia. I think it's a wrong statement. It's a wrong statement.
We get to that part.
It's a wrong statement.
We get to that part. So let's continue with the transfer news. The latest we are getting from Manchester is Man United are interested in signing Atlanta forward Haaland. What do you have to say about that?
That is, I love that. Manchester have been craving for a very good top nine, a forward, and having that youngster is definitely going to be a boost. Even without a striker, if Manchester United could, beat Arsenal and Barcelona, definitely having him in the fold is just going to be an highs on the cake there. So definitely having him is going to be very good. But I'm still looking forward to. I was actually hoping for either Mbappe or Kane. But you see, like he mentioned earlier, you know, Tottenham, I mean, they really don't just like selling to opposition clubs. So, well, with him, Manchester is still going to do great. Definitely hoping to see him. So, Mr. Michael, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really know much about this guy, but I think now Manchester United need a striker.
Yeah, definitely.
So, and the way Ten Hag's structure, the way Ten Hag is more of putting the team in place, I think the guy can fit in any position. Because I think right now we can't. If Ten Hag can't depend on Rashford for loads, including Martial also, so they need a front nine as soon as possible. Bringing him is going to be a good addition for them.
Okay. So that will be all on transfer news. Stay with us, and we'll be right back. And we are back, and now we are in argument mode. So today we'll be having a discussion on the trending goal that was scored by Lionel Messi and MLS versus Saudi Pro League, which league is better. So we'll be starting with the comment from Daniel Rega. He said Lionel Messi goal against Cruz Azul in the 93rd minute was scripted. What do you have to say, Mr. Solomon?
Well, for me, I would say it was an astonishing free kick, you know, scoring such a very beautiful free kick during at the 9 minutes. Well, for me, I would kind of agree because I would agree it is scripted because, you know, the celebration alone, it's actually more than the entire game. Like, who does that? The celebration was taking about more than a minute, just celebration because Messi scored, and
that was his debut match. What do you expect?
No. Scoring a goal is beautiful, but you know, taking out that time just to celebrate shows how much more there's more to it than just meet the eye. And if you watch closely, the reason why I would agree with Rega is during the interview. The interviewer was like, I don't think we couldn't have scripted this match way beyond, you know, more better than this. You know, it's just like she's affirming to what a guy is saying that this was actually scripted, and you could see the goalkeeper, despite counting his legs before, you know, he still couldn't reach the ball. It's beautiful, but well, I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't.
I would love to get your opinion. Do you agree with Mr. Solomon?
You know, I will never agree with his opinion.
So, what do you have to say on this?
What do you expect from the best footballer in the world? What do you expect?
7-time Ballon d'Or winner.
What do you expect?
Well, exceptional.
Even if it's 1 minute 30 seconds, you know he's going to deliver. And you know, I always have
he's going to deliver like he did in PSG, right?
This issue with,
like he did in PSG.
You know, this issue with Ronaldo fans. Yeah, you know, now because Messi scored a beautiful free kick, now it was scripted. But if the free kick was scored by Cristiano Ronaldo, no, it was not scripted. You know, let's leave sentiment aside. When his player is good, accept. In less than how many minutes? Look at the beautiful free kick Messi score. So Ronaldo have played, I think, a season in Saudi Pro League. At the end of the day, his team was unable to win the league. So that's good for him. Messi, just how many minutes? Look at what they even want to. They even they won the game as the Messi scored the winning goal. You see, that's what you expect from a quality player. That's what you expect from from the best player in the world. When you have a best player in your team, you need to feel the impact.
No, you see, I won't allow you to talk down on Ronaldo.
I'm not talking down on Ronaldo. I'm only saying the facts.
No, you are not saying the facts. You know.
So Ronaldo, Messi is better than Ronaldo.
Messi is always better than Ronaldo.
Okay, let's see. Messi is better than Ronaldo. Well, I wouldn't, no doubt, Messi is a very great footballer. Yeah. You know, but you know, trying to downplay Ronaldo for Messi, it's way out of proportion. You know, we're just trying to spew it. That is what I just feel. Yeah. You know, when you see something that is good, just accept that it is good. You know, for Ronaldo to play, you know, he just got to a new league and
Messi too also just got Messi. Okay,
yeah.
So if you want to use that, I will counter you with that.
Now let's see. Take a look. You know, Ronaldo has conquered Europe. You know, that is one reason. That is one thing I will tell you. He has conquered Europe.
How did you conquer Europe? How did you conquer
League? Okay. While he was at Sporting, he has been doing exploits. Came to United. You know, won the Ballon d'Or at United. You know, most goals in a season at United in Premier League.
With how many Champions League? Won so many awards while at United. You know, and he became explosive at Real Madrid. You know, he had the best of his life at Real Madrid. He left Real Madrid when, you know, Italian league had to bring Ronaldo to revive the league. No,
you see, he revived Serie A. He was brought in because in Europe, Serie A is not being regarded when it comes to European football. Yeah. But he was brought in, and what did he do? He revived that league. Everyone started doing what? Looking forward to Serie A matches.
Can I ask him a question? Okay. How did Ronaldo revive the league?
You see, he coming. You attest to it that hardly do anyone watch Serie A matches.
No.
Hardly. No.
Do you agree with that?
No, I disagree.
You see, let me tell you. Okay, look at when he came to Juve. When he came to Juve, look at the numbers that, you know, followed him down to Serie A. Look at the views the Serie A had, you know, due to Ronaldo's impact. You know, this is just mind blowing. And he leaving Juve, doing so many exploits at Juventus, still coming back to United to still, you know, hit double figures, more than 15 goals in his first season. You know, before what happened and he left. Even going to Saudi Pro League, he still went there, still fought till the dying minute for the league. Scoring 14 goals in 19 matches. Come on, tell me, what has Messi? Messi tried it. Messi tried it.
I think we need to get some things. I said
Messi tried it at PSG. Sorry, Messi tried it at PSG, and what happened? You see, he couldn't. That one got missing.
So
the one
failure at PSG.
Total failure.
Total failure.
No. Was it a failure?
No.
Total failure.
No. You see, despite the fact that PSG already have the quality they need, they already have it, and Messi coming in, PSG didn't sign Messi to come and give them everything, to come and deliver everything. They already
win us the Champions League. They
already have the biggest player of this world, with the life of Kylian, Mbappe, you know, Di Maria, Neymar. You know, Messi just come in and make some little addition, or just do what you can.
Was he able to do that? Because
Messi scored.
In fact, before he came to PSG. Yeah. PSG has been winning the league back to back, Coupe de France. Yeah. Since when Messi entered, they could not even win the Coupe de France. They could not win the league cup. And you want to tell me he did what? He did absolutely nothing at PSG.
Well, he won the league for them.
He won the league. He won the league because the league has been PSG's birthright, right from one.
I think last 2 seasons, I think Leo, they won the league. Messi was not there then. So what happened then? Yeah. is it because of Messi is coming, so we need to leave this league for them, or we need to lose this league? So what happened then?
You see, forget about whether they what. Yeah, surprises can happen at
now you know surprises can happen.
Now, okay, before then, didn't they still win? They will still won the league, right?
Yeah.
And Messi coming in is just for them. You know, they've been having failure at the UEFA Champions League, and that is just, please, just come. You know, those your magic wand, your magic feet. Please come and help us with this cup. And he failed. He's a failure.
With how many matches?
He's a failure. He's a failure.
With how many matches?
Okay, let this argument now. Let's move into the main talk for today, which is the MLS versus the Saudi Pro League. Which league is better? Do you think it's MLS? Do you think it's Saudi Pro League? Let's get to your opinion, please.
Well, I'll go for the Saudi Pro League actually.
Saudi Pro League?
Yeah.
And
I will always go for the MLS.
You see, no, don't. I don't want you to be sentimental, Mr. Michael. Don't be sentimental. Forget about.
Okay. So can I ask you a question?
Okay.
As a journalist,
yeah.
If someone offer you a passport,
yeah.
This is American passport.
Yeah.
This is Saudi Arabia passport.
Yeah.
Choose one. As a sport journalist, and you want to give people the information they need. You want to give the sport lovers the information they need. Which one will you pick?
Yeah, the question is is shooting on the sports. I can't really say right now, but I'll need to think about that. So
when it comes to sports generally, Saudi Arabia is not a sporty country. But when we talk about US, we have the likes of NBA. Is also one of the biggest sports in the world.
That's true.
We also have the American football. A lot of sports. Yeah. We have WWE. We have a lot of sport in US.
Now we're talking.
I'm still going to come back to the football aspect. As a sport journalist, you want to go to the US because you have a lot of sport to cover. If you're not going for football, you go for NBA. If you're not going for, if you have the US Open, you get.
Yes.
There's a lot of sport. US is a sport country.
Yeah.
Now, let me now come back to MLS versus Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Despite the fact that Saudi Arabia started their football earlier.
Okay.
And US started their own football, I think, around 1993 or so. US league is still better than Saudi Arabia league. Yeah. Now, I'll give you my first point. See, in football, if you want your league to grow and stay at the top for long, you develop your grassroots, which Saudi Arabia don't have.
So
can you tell me maybe like 5 players that US league has produced?
A lot.
If you can mention,
when we look at US national team, we have the likes of Christian Pulisic. I think there's also this guy from Borussia Dortmund. I need to Debson, this former Tottenham player. US generally have produced a lot of player, and even I don't want to bring in the women aspect. When we talk about women football, so just the men football alone, you could see the way they have developed their league from the grassroots. I think we have 24 teams in MLS. For you to have a whole 24 teams, there is a lot of underground work the MLS have put in place. None of one league that just started bringing out money yesterday to deceive people.
That's what you have to say. His point is very, very valid for what he's saying.
Well, he doesn't have a valid point actually. He's just trying to, I think Messi is shifting his focus. Definitely, if Messi had gone to Saudi Pro League, definitely, I believe the Saudi Pro League would have been the best league in the world. But he's still thinking, because his favorite, his icon is actually in the MLS, playing the street. Well, for me, I think the Saudi Pro League is doing wonderfully well. Culture impacts on how leagues develop. The US as Europe, they've enjoyed TV rights, and despite enjoying so many privileges, I can't see the USA MLS, being either top 5 or top 6 league in the world. It's appalling. Yeah. It's appalling. Very poor. It's poor. But for Saudi Pro League, like I said, it's just coming up. You see, they are doing wonderfully well with the number of players they are. They are trying to get into the league, to develop the league. This is developmental stage for them. Okay. So, and they are doing it very, very well with the signings. Benzema, Riyadh going there, Koulibaly, Kante, and so many, going there to develop the league. So that's why I would say they are attracting big play, not just players. I'm talking about big players, and this is definitely going to shift the attention of the media away from a little bit away from from Europe down to the Saudi Pro League. We could see Neville and some other Carragher, crying over the media, saying the Saudi Pro League is taking away their best player. This shows they feel threatened by the Saudi Pro League. It shows what the Saudi Pro League is all about and how good they are doing their business.
So that means if Kylian Mbappe gets to join,
it's all over. It's all over. This to show you that Saudi Pro League is, for me, the better league than MLS.
You have to say something about this.
I will say something. I need to say something. But I think I need to let's be a little bit economical.
Yeah.
You see, what Saudi Arabia is trying to do.
Okay.
The Chinese Super League did this in, I think, last 3 years.
Yeah, you're right.
They started giving player, attracting player with high wages. Everything was moving fine, cool. But when the COVID issue came in 2020, all the businesses was closed. Nothing. Now it was difficult for them to pay the players.
Yeah.
So what happened? Okay, the players need to leave, and the league died down.
Right.
So trust me, the same thing is going. I'm not prophesying.
Don't be a prophet of doom.
But see, we need to be realistic here.
What are you realistic about?
Football is all about. Football is business.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you can't keep on. Saudi Arabia can't keep on being. I know, yes. And one thing about Saudi Arabia is each club is owned by a prince or a king.
Okay.
So it's more of the league is within them. Okay, Prince Jabbar. Okay, this is your club. Okay, King Ali, this is your club. That's how the money they are making through the oil business. That's what they are using to fund the club, and you can't run a club like that.
Wow.
So I'm coming on because now there's something they called Vision 2030. Saudi Arabia is trying to host the World Cup by 2030. Now, what they want to try and shift their focus away from oil. We all know Saudi Arabia is a oil producing country. Yes, but they want to try and shift the attention away from the oil and focus it in other aspects like infrastructure. When you look at Saudi Arabia, you see them building a lot of companies. They want to try and develop the country. That's why sport is also part of it.
Yeah.
But you see, you can't use money to buy success. You need to work for it. So now wait, I'm coming. If truly they want to develop their league, you start from your grassroots. You develop your own local players. Foreign players. Hold on.
How do you do that without bringing experience? How do you develop without bringing experience?
Foreign players can serve you for long. Okay. Let's go to Norway. Let's go to the Norway league. How many foreign players are in Norway? Come back to South Africa. How many foreign players are in South Africa? Go back to Finland. You know, go back. All these countries. You start with your look at Nigeria Premier League. Everything is not good yet. You know, we still have a lot of backlash, but we are still moving. You can't bring in a 38 years old player to come and develop your league.
That is a 38 years old player. I'm coming. Outperforming. That is still outperforming a 22-year-old player.
I respect all the journalists that are supporting. Okay, Saudi Arabia league is better than MLS, but I want to shift their attention a little bit. Okay, Saudi Arabia league is better, right?
Yeah.
Sponsorship.
Okay.
When you talk about sponsorship now, how many sponsorship does Saudi Arabia league have? None. But look at USA. We have the like of Apple. We have the like of Heineken. We have the likes of Coca-Cola. You know, we have the likes of Bell. You know the number of.
Thank you both for your comments, and it's really been interesting. Let's go for a break. We'll be right back. So you know that at the scores we always give you football insights prediction, and today we have matches we would like to share with you, and this will help you out in your predictions when playing games online. So for the first match we have Nigeria versus Australia. What do you have to say about that? What's your prediction for the match?
I won't be sentimental here. I don't like being sentimental actually. So I'm going for Australia straight win.
Australia straight win?
Yes.
What about you, Mr. Michael?
I don't trust Nigerian girls. I'm sorry to say, but I think let me give Australia win or draw.
Win or draw?
Yes.
You know, Australia have been red hot form. You know, winning the likes of Sweden, France, and just losing to Scotland in their last 5 games. So, you know, it's going to be a very difficult game for Super Falcons. So, you know, I still expect them to put up a very great show. The likes of Rashida Oshoala and others. I expect them to put on a great show.
Okay, so what about the USA versus Netherlands? What do you have to say about that as well, Mr. Michael?
Anytime, any day, USA. Anytime, any day.
They have players that are actually good as well.
I'm telling you. When we talk about the best player in the world, you have it in the US. When we talk about history of World Cup, you have it in the US. So expect nothing but winning from the US.
Yeah, I agree with him. Straight win US.
So US straight win. So Barca versus Arsenal on Thursday. This is a big match. What do you have to say as well?
Well, I believe Barca haven't been that spectacular.
But they have signed players like Groningen and others are coming. Don't you think that will improve the same or something like that?
Yes, I believe. But with Arsenal loss against Manchester United, I believe they would want to bounce back and show the world they are up to the task. And definitely, I'm going for Arsenal win or draw.
What about you, Mr. Michael?
You see, when it comes to preseason, preseason is very is difficult to predict because every player is trying to maintain their status, being injury free for the new season.
Yeah, you're right.
So I think with Arsenal, coming back from a defeat from Manchester United, I think they will want to prove something, to the people that yes, Manchester United can defeat us, but we are still we are ready for the season and we can do anything we want to do. I think they are going to go with a win away from FC Barcelona. They are going to win the game.
So it's Arsenal win, it's Australia win, and USA win as well. So these games you can play them Arsenal win or draw, USA win or Australia win or draw as well from what the pundits have said. And moving forward, we have Newcastle Football Club versus Chelsea. So what do you say about that as well?
Newcastle straight win.
Newcastle against Chelsea with
Chelsea.
Nkunku and Madrid.
Hello, Newcastle straight win.
Wow. What about you, Mr. Michael? Do you agree with that?
Well, if we should go by record,
yeah,
Newcastle always have upper hand against Chelsea. Yeah. So, and all these small teams don't know anything about pre-season. Game is game, yeah. Whether pre-season, whether off season, whether on season, they are ready for the game. So,
but Chelsea has a new coach, Pochettino. He's a very experienced coach, and you know how good he is. Don't you think that would be an influence on the?
Yeah, but also when we look when we look at Newcastle, yeah. Having investing huge money in the team, yeah. So the owners will expect them to deliver in any aspects, whether pre-season or not pre-season. So yeah. I will go for Newcastle win or draw.
Okay, Newcastle win or draw, and Newcastle win according to our pundits. So moving forward, the big match, Real Madrid versus Man United. This match is going to be hot. So what do you have to say about it as well? Because it's really going to be an interesting match.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match. Yeah. Definitely, I'd go with Manchester United win or draw. Also.
Manchester United win or draw.
Yes.
What do you have to say about the Galacticos?
I think. According to what Teang said, I think some couples of his no friendly. So, and also Real Madrid too, with young guys, bringing all these Camavinga, Rodri, and but the match is going to be a tough match anyway. So, very, very tough.
United they've always had upper hands against Real Madrid during the preseason. Yeah. Last preseason they won against Real Madrid, and so I'm hoping for Manchester United win or draw.
To be honest, if I said I will go for a goals game.
Goals? Like how many goals do you expect in the match?
Let's say 2 goals.
So it's going to be like an over 2.5.
Yeah, 2 goals.
Okay, so there you have it, over 2.5, and Man United straight win or draw. So we go to the next game, the Milan versus the Nerazzurris, that is AC Milan versus Juventus. So what do you have to say about the match as well? It's a big match when you look at it from the Serie A side.
With Juve, with the way it played out for them last season, I believe they are still up to the test. They can do very well, but I'll still go with AC Milan.
AC Milan?
Yeah, AC Milan. They're up there too, so I'll be going with AC Milan win or draw.
AC Milan win or draw. And you, Mr. Michael, before we move?
AC Milan is winning, because when you look at the players, then AC Milan have been able to convince to join the team, and still maintain their player in the likes of Rafaelio, Oliver Giroud is also there. And Juventus, I think with the issue of this banding and suspension, they are still trying to find a way out of the saga. But I think we have a lot of players that have left the club. The likes of Di Maria, and Cuadrado also, I think he left club. It's very difficult for them to just, despite the fact that they have the likes of Vlahovic. And it's very difficult. I think going for next season, I think it will be a difficult season for Juventus.
Okay. So there you have it. These are the predictions from our top pundits here on Discourse. Do to also follow them on their social media handles. So that will be all for today on Discourse. I'm pretty sure you had a good time with us, and you got interested from what they said about the MLS, the transfer news, and all the discussion we had. If you'd like to get more on our content on Discourse, please like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell at EKOHOTBLOG. I remain your host, John Ude, and be at the studio We'd like to wish you a very good day ahead. Thank you.